Walmart worked on improving the performance of their site, and they found out that for every 100 milliseconds they cut off load time, which is a super minor amount, they saw a 1% increase in revenue. 1% doesn't sound like a lot, but think about the scale that Walmart's operating on. That's a lot of money every year for 100 milliseconds. And also think about, frankly, the duration. That's not very much time to be able to directly tie back to an actual tangible benefit from a business perspective. This actually lines up. Amazon had pretty much the exact same stats, I think, and I think there's one other company that came up with the same thing. So this 100 milliseconds to 1% revenue is a pretty well-defined rule by now. Along a similar vein, Yahoo found out that for every 400 milliseconds they shaved off load time, they saw an increase of about 9% in traffic. Firefox, the Mozilla folks, they did this was a few years back, a rebuild of their page, and took 2.2 seconds off the load time, and they saw a 15.4% increase in conversions in terms of who downloaded Firefox. Now in other cases here, like some of the like the Google thing here where they did 500 milliseconds and saw a decrease in 25% of searches, that was more like just adding artificial weight to the pages. So there are companies, and I think Etsy does some of this too. In fact, Etsy, I know they've done some of this. Yeah, so Google, 25% reduction in searches. Interesting thing about Google studies, not this one I think it was another one, but they did this artificial delay, saw people were less engaged in their site. When they took away the artificial delay, the people remained less engaged for a long time after. It took a while for that to return back to normal use. That initial experience left a bad taste in their mouth, and even when it was fixed, it was still in the back of their heads and causing them to change the way they interacted with the site. It took a while for that return to normal, which is why it's also so sad when performance isn't prioritized up front, because the damage gets done as soon as the site's launched and used.